More than 20,000 to 1. Cristo Reyes had a match dart against Peter Wright. James Richardson has won his game. This is the only match with 2 seeded players. The number 7 seed Ian White, number 10 seed Jelle Klaasen, who's just doing the running man at the back of the stage there to allow the walk-on goals to exit and we can get the game on. I'm Dan Dawson, alongside me Rod Harrington for this one.
Yes, hello Dan. Yeah, another game that Adrian Lewis has lost, and he had an average there of 130 on the front 9 at one time and nearly 117 on his overall average.
First leg in to throw first. Game on.
You know, missed doubles, unbelievable, but fair play to James Richardson. He took the game to 80 early on, scored beautifully and took the doubles out when he needed to.
A little bit nervy at the end there, those last starts of the doubles, but he got over the line in the end.
But the 130 was exceptional. He went down to the 51 to leave 230 deliberately, you know, to set up the ton and then have a go at the bullseye. All right, 9 out of 10 times you might miss it, but that was the one that he hit. And on the other side of that, the seeded player in Peter Wright took out the 1-2-4 on the bullseye to keep himself in the game.
And that is a maximum for Ian White, his 5th of the weekend. He hit 4 in beating Mark Walsh yesterday. Jelle Klaasen was one of the standout performers from round 2 yesterday. Round 2 when the seeded players enter the fray. Jelle saw off Ronnie Huybrechts, good mate of his, 6-0. And he did so with an average of nearly 105, hit 60% of his doubles.
100.
And a couple of maximums to boot, so a very impressive display from Jelle Klaasen. Plays like that for today, he's got a chance of claiming his first European Tour title.
61.
Yes, he's been playing well for quite a while, has Jelle, but there again, so has Ian White. But you have to say with Ian White, I mean, great floor player, but yet to really do it on the big stage. Has the game to do it, it just doesn't produce the floor form on the big stage. And to hold on to his throw, 96, I mean, that's a great scoring leg from Jelle Klaasen.
Oh, still be done. Tops he wants.
76.
Dug himself out of a hole with that second dart, but unable to find double top. And Jelle Klaasen's looking to show him how it's done. Double 10 now, and that'll do. 14 darter, break of throw.
Second leg Jelle to throw first. Game on.
Winner of this one faces either James Wilson or Michael Smith. Michael Smith, the number 2 seed.
Yeah, Michael's going to have to play a little bit better than he did yesterday, I think, against James Wilson. He had a good win yesterday, 6-4 against Mensa, after being 4-1 down he was against Mensa. Not many people come back from 4-1 down to Mensa Sulovic.
No, certainly don't nowadays. Michael Smith won 3 European Tour titles. Only Michael van Gerwen has won more. Ian White has made the final of one of these European Tour events. It was, in fact, the German Darts Masters. Got to go way back to 2012. Beat Caven, Kim Huybrechts, the Hammer, hit a 9-darter against the Hammer. Robert Thornton and Barney, and then was beaten by Adrian Lewis in the final.
60.
2012, first year of the European Tour in its current incarnation. Only had the 5 events that year as Jelle Klaasen fires in a maximum.
Well, that's another great scoring leg by Klaasen. At the moment, Ian is just chasing, which is not a great thing to keep having to do.
60, you require 83.
Oh, plenty of darts here, so he doesn't have to go the bullseye route. Treble 10, now the big 20.
47.
Leaves him double 18, which is one of his favourites. Now, Jelle Klaasen is one of the best players in the world at hitting double 9. Because he has to be.
Yes. Well, he loves double 18, he leaves it a lot,
Yes.
and inevitably you're going to miss inside every now and again.
40,
That doesn't help Ian White there.
No
No need for the double 9 on this occasion as Jelle Klaasen makes it 2-0.
Game on.
A tidy start to the game from Klaasen, 14 and 13 dart legs. An average just on the 100.
100.
Well, Yella has obviously had a great sort of 15 months. He won a couple of titles last year, 4 events, made a couple more finals. Semi-final of the World Championship, of course, is the highlight for him in the big tournaments, but he made the semi-final of the UK Open as well recently. So, look, he is a genuine threat at any tournament he's going into nowadays. Ian White is yet to make a semi-final of a big TV event. Made the quarterfinals a number of times in various ones.
140.
But as you're saying, his success has mainly come in the floor tournaments.
81.
Well, chance here for Ian White. He's got 70 points plus these. Nice little another treble would be very good. That's a great setup from White. He loves his fishing, does Ian White, and his wife.
100, and you require 50.
Yeah, the crossover between darts and fishing is pretty big. Double 16 he wants. And double 16 he gets. And that's a little bit better for Ian White. It's a leg on the board with a 15 darter.
Well, there was a great conversation last night between Michael Smith and Ian White. And we got brought into it as well because Michael Smith's got a problem with one of his koi carp. He's quite upset. It's changed colour. It was black and now it's white.
Hang on.
Ian White hits a maximum. Michael Smith has got a fish pond. I thought that when he gave me the dimensions, I said, no, that's a swimming pool.
Michael Smith does have an immense menagerie of... Are we sure that Michael Smith has got this right? Because I remember Adrian Lewis had a load of fish as Ian White has fired in another maximum, and he's on the 9 darter. The Adrian Lewis fish story can wait, because Ian White is 141 points away from a perfect leg of darts. He hit a 9 darter in the German Darts Masters 4 years ago. Can he follow it up in 2016? Treble 20. Not to be.
Well, he's worried about that 9 dart. He needs to win the leg.
105.
There's a potential 10 darter coming in against the Klaasen throw, and that's exactly what he would have wanted early on in the match, to get that break back, level it up, at 2 apiece. Yella hit it earlier, and Ian does it, and it's a 10 darter, and that's as good as we've seen over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, that's a good comeback that is from Ian White. 10 darter against the throw. Doesn't get much better.
Oh, back in there again. Oh, Ian White has kicked in here.
140.
Great response, Yella Klaasen. Oh, we've got a game on here between these two now. Ian White took a couple of legs just to get going. Well and truly is now, though. Back-to-back ton 40s to follow up the 10 darter. Yella Klaasen can't follow up his opening 180, but does on the treble 19s there. Great stuff.
Yeah, this is a cracking leg of darts. However, it's easier for Klaasen to get home in 6 from 187 than it is for Ian White from 221. And White through first here, needs another treble. Oh, and finds it. That's a brilliant last dart.
And you require 98.
Now across to the 18s. Now double 12. And what a leg of darts from Ian White with Yella Klaasen on a potential 11 darter. He goes out in 12 to follow up the 10 darter, and that is superb darts you see in there.
Yeah, 6 under par for them 3 legs. Very tidy indeed.
$140.
Well, he's certainly pounding that treble 20 now, is Ian White.
Well, this is the first time that Jelle Klaasen's been putting under any real pressure.
Well, I said so many times, Dan, you know, it's easier to lead than it is to chase. So if someone gets in front of you and you're looking over his shoulder and he keeps putting, you know, darts 1 and 2 in the treble 20, you're thinking, what the hell's going on here? Give me a break.
100.
But Ronnie Heidrechts didn't do a great deal wrong yesterday playing Jelle Klaasen. Two-thirds of the way through the match he was averaging 100, but he hadn't had a single dart at a double because Jelle's just allowed to do what he wants and got on. But it's when you actually see the scoreboard ticking up and you see that other player's got within a leg or has gone level or has just gone ahead of you, that's when things become a little bit more difficult for you.
It does. Yeah, the pressure, the arm tightens up a little bit.
100.
You know, that's what you've got to do, and Ian White's done exactly the right thing to turn this game around. He has absolutely stepped it up.
Oh. My word, Jelle Klaasen.
161.
These two are knocking lumps out of each other. 161 would be huge, though. Another 12 darter, it's not going to be. Ian White's gone out in 10 and 12 the last 2 legs. He's had to because Jelle Klaasen has been threatening to go out. Well, that will do very, very nicely for Jelle Klaasen. Went ball to leave his favourite double 18, but in the end, treble 11, double 14 will work nicely, and it is 3 apiece.
Yeah, both players over the 100 average. 66% on his doubles for Klaasen, 50% for Ian White. So a top performance from both players as Jelle Klaasen fires in another maximum.
Yeah, 3 in the last 3 legs for Jelle Klaasen.
Well, both players now have hit more 140s and 180s. They have normal tons, which in the modern game they do that quite a bit.
It's a useful sign to show that they are playing somewhere near their best. And Jelle Klaasen's in there again and again. And comes downstairs, and once again we've got someone on the 9. Jelle Klaasen.
And it's actually the 144 Dan's a better way of going for the dart player, because if he can get that first dart in the treble, he's got line and length on the second, doesn't have to come all the way down the board to the 19s.
100, 144.
Jelle Klaasen. Again, it's the 7th dart that is missed.
100.
But again, he sets it up nicely. And what a game of darts we've got here.
Important leg and all for Klaasen because it is a break of throw.
100, 144.
11 darter, and that puts Jelle Klaasen back into the lead. And well, with 12 and 11 and 10 darters flying around in this game, I mean, it is anybody's. There you see, 15, 10, 12, 15, 11 for the last 5 legs. Makes like 16 darter look rubbish.
There was missed darts of the double in that leg.
Yes, there was indeed. Jelle Klaasen is 4 out of 5 on his doubles. He was 60% in his first round when he's just not missing when it comes to the end of legs. It's a rare loose dart from him, but tidies it up a little bit. There you see the averages. Very little between them.
Yeah, you'd have actually thought that both players would have had a higher front 9 with the way they've been playing.
140.
Well, now a chance for Ian White to get back in this game.
Well, he is down to a finish, and Jelle needs to find a huge score here to be able to do the same. It's not going to happen. So Ian White, 6 darts from 167 for another break of throw.
He wouldn't have gone for the bullseye anyway. He'd have stayed up on the treble 20s. He needs to find one. And find one, he does. Still may only get 1 dart at a double, where Klaasen could hit the 140. No, that's not enough. He needed 2 trebles, 64. Didn't he, with that visit?
He requires 67.
Well, we see the 170 quite often, but it is a hard task. So White now he's going to get 2 darts at double 8.
Oh,
Only needs the one. Another 14 dart leg. And Ian White makes it 4 legs apiece. What a cracking game we've got here.
yeah, really, really good stuff. Jelle Klaasen led 2-0. Then he was 3-2 down. Then he was 4-3 up. Now Ian White is throwing for 5-4. He's gone back and forth this game, and all the while both men have been hammering that treble 20 bed. You see there, 9 1-3-1 plus scores from Ian White. That's why that first 9 average is 12 points higher than Jelle Klaasen's.
Well, if you're having a bet on this, you've got over the legs and the 180s in this match. You certainly have come quids in. Oh, certainly on the 180s. That's the 8th of the match.
Oh, he's hit 4 180s and a 177 in the last 5 legs as Jelle Klaasen. Only won 2 of the previous 4 though. And Ian White might mean, well, he's down to a finish. Might only win 2 of these 5 legs if Ian White continues, because the diamond has been rock solid today.
Well, he's still got the advantage. He's got the first darts. He's going 257s. There's one. Well, that's unlucky. 76 scored. 88 left.
96. Yeah, the ball 161.
Now, it could be a game winner this. It's not going to go.
93.
But he's right there. Level pegging with Ian White. Who can take out the 68? It may prove to be a pivotal moment in this game. Tops for Ian White. And tops he gets, and this is stunning stuff.
When we talk about the way the players counting now, that 167, 164, the 2 treble 19s, obviously it's a good shot because both trebles are the same segment. But the only thing, like with Ian White, he hit the 4, which left 88.
96.
That's a bad breakdown for me, because you've got to go for the treble 20. You can go treble 16 to leave tops, but no one does because you lose a dart. But if you hit the treble 20, it leaves you 28. Bad breakdown, isn't it? So,
well, unless you mentor Sulivic.
Well, yes, unless you can bring Mensah on as a sub. And
55.
How early in a leg were you thinking about what you're hitting? As soon as you get past 400, do you start thinking about...
No, I didn't. No, I just pounded the treble 20. If the treble 20 was closed up, I'd go down to the treble 19s. Never on 303, 302 would I look to switch to 19s or 18s. That was just the way I just concentrated on hitting as many points as I could until I got down to about 40. Then I worried about the double.
Yeah, we were talking to Stephen Bunton the other night, and he says he is thinking as soon as he gets past 400.
Yeah, a lot of players do, especially the Dutch. They're very good counters, although at times they do use the 25 over too many times in places where I don't think it works. But this 180 would certainly work.
140.
Well, now, who can get home in 6 from here? Klaasen needs another one, and he hasn't. That does open up the door for Ian White, because he may get 6 darts from this 150.
We haven't seen a ton plus check out in this match so far. It perhaps deserves one because it's been such good quality, and it might happen here.
Got to stay there.
It might happen here, Ian White. Oh my word, 1 match dart. What a finale that would have been, but it's not over yet. Jelle Klaasen's got to take out the 96. Oh, he's gone double-double. There's a smile from Jelle.
68.
Yeah, that's the obvious way. Go 2 big targets. This big 7, that's the one you've got to concentrate on, Ian. Dead centre. Unbelievable how well he's played for the whole of this match. And we see it so often. To close the match out, it's tough, and Klaasen makes it 5 legs apiece.
Final leg into
Ian White
Game on.
missed 3 match darts there. He had only missed 1 dart at double, or 2 darts at double prior to that leg in a whole match.
It's the little person in your head says,
85.
this is for the match. And then the other person in your head goes, oh, blimey, what am I going to do?
Klaasen, he's dodged a bullet. He's dodged 3 of them from Ian White. But in the deciding leg against the throw, he's kicked off 180. And he might be about to produce a stunning act of escapology. But Ian White might not let him. He might not let him.
Well, the crowd have certainly witnessing a great game of darts here. Both players have not let up. The odd dart missed at a double, but the whole of the match has been top-notch.
10 180s we've had in this match, and a 177 as well. But it's all going to come down to who can hold the nerve at the back end of this one. Ian White has already missed 3 match darts. He's not got down to a finish after that slack visit, followed the 180, and Jelle Klaasen, 181. He'll come downstairs now. He looked at the bullseye.
Yes, that's a let-off. Now, Ian White probably got 6 darts from here. Needs to find a couple of trebles. 1 minimum. He's hit that. Needs to find another one. Oh, that is a great visit. That really is a top visit.
Well, just to explain, Jelle went with a ball. If he got 25, an extra 14 points, you'd only need 1 treble, but he needs to get, well, he needed treble, double there, and just 1 slack dart may have cost him a dart for the match, because Ian White's going to get 2 more here. 16 for tops, you would think. Tops he wants. And tops he gets. And what a phenomenal display of darts we've seen from these 2 men. Jelle Klaasen hits 71% of his doubles, an average more than 98. But it still wasn't enough against the world number 12, who edges through in a deciding leg. He will take on either Michael Smith or James Wilson in the quarterfinals of the German Darts Masters as he looks to emulate his run to the final of this tournament 4 years ago. Ian White, 4 180s, a ton plus average. And despite a little bit of a wobble in the penultimate leg, gets over the line against a spirited and phenomenally talented young Dutchman in Jelle Klaasen. Here is your winner, Ian White. Michael Smith and James Wilson coming up.
Congratulations. There's a really great performance. Both of you had 6 perfect darts and missed the 7th one each, but it was a high-quality game.
Yeah, I knew it would be a high game because we played each other 2 weeks ago in Barnsley, so I thought he was going to get me. But the 180s, 140s, I thought we were both going to do the 9 darters, so that would have been nice for the crowd. But yeah, it was a top-quality game.
Also er sagte, es war natürlich ein sehr hochklassiges Spiel. Er wusste, vor 2 Wochen haben sie schon gegeneinander gespielt in Barnsley und er hatte zwischenzeitlich mal gedacht, jetzt knackt er mich mit den 180ern, den 140ern. Aber er hat sich dann doch durchgesetzt, hat gedacht, naja, schön für die Menge wäre es natürlich gewesen, wenn beide Spieler den 9 Darter treffen, aber es hat nicht sollen sein. When it comes to deciding leg, when it's 5-5, is there anything you do differently? Like, do you take more time or do you drink water or something?
Breathe heavy and you just take as much air in as you can, just to try and be calmer. Just get on with the game. You've been playing well for 10 legs, the pair of us, so hopefully, you know, you're going to get that good leg. But when he kicked in with a 180, I thought, oh no, I'm going to blow it. But I followed it with a 180, and that's what you've got to do with Jelle.
Also ich habe ihn speziell nach dem Entscheidungsleck gefragt, ob er da irgendwie eine andere Herangehensweise hat. Und er sagt, ja, man atmet tiefer, man versucht ruhig zu bleiben, tief einzuatmen, um den Puls runterzukriegen. Und im entscheidenden Leck hat er dann gedacht, als Jelle die 180 geworfen hat, ach du liebe Zeit, jetzt ist es vorbei. Aber er hat direkt die 180 hinterhergeschmissen und dann doch noch das Leck gewonnen. Congratulations again, Ian. See you later tonight.